What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, we're going to talk about the PS5 Teardown video, or when they completely deconstructed the PS5. A few things to say up front. Well, number one, make sure if you guys are not already subscribed that you do. We're getting very close to 2,000. I make videos every single day, whether it be on PlayStation, whether it be on movies, whether it be on games, mainly news stories, but I do it every single day. Secondly, I am no expert in technology. I'm no expert in the the actual intricacies of the PS5. So we're going to talk about it in kind of like dummy language that at least I can understand, but language that, or at least, discussions that are pretty darn fun. And thirdly, hopefully I don't miss out anything that I'm trying to say in this video. So again, we got to see the teardown of it, which was an amazing video. Definitely go watch it. I mean, I'll be playing it on this as well, but definitely go watch it for yourself as well, because there's some really cool things there. And it's just actually a very pleasing thing. I think PlayStation Access as well did a video talking about it. Really, just a fantastic video. So, some of the things to note is a cooling fan as well as the liquid metal, which both of these things are designed to keep the PlayStation 5 quiet, as well as not overheating, not being insanely hot. Remember, we've heard rumors over the past couple days that the Series X is like a fireplace, or like a furnace. It's kind of gone back and forth. There's actually a lot of people that do stick with that and say, yeah, that's true. And there's others that, now it's under embargo, so nobody really should be saying it at all. But then others have been saying, well, it's not actually true. Like, if it was literally that hot, it wouldn't be out in the wild. So we do have to wait and see until we get the system. But in the reverse way, Sony's PS5, while it's a monster, and seeing it on the table, literally, it's the biggest console we've ever had. We know that. I think it's also the heaviest console we've ever had. It's a monster. I mean, and I've always said this, and I still will. I do like the design. I really do. I like the plates on both ends, the white plates. I like the fact that you can take them off, and so that's an important thing to do. Now, obviously, he did that to get to this. So we have the cooling fan, which actually pulls in air from both sides of the PlayStation, which again makes it a lot more cooler, which very good. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot more powerful than the one they use on even the PS4 Pro. So this should keep the thing extremely quiet. And then the metal, or the liquid metal built deep down, I believe I saw like an article, it took them 2 years to develop it. So the PS5 literally clocks in at such a high rate that there's no other way they could have done this other than to have developed this. This should, especially, and they talked about this even in the video, long term, this is something designed to make it so that, years, you can play your PS5 for years, and it'll stay cool, it'll stay quiet, nothing should go wrong. There's also the Heatsink, which is like the heating pipe thing that's a lot big, way bigger than what they had. Everything's kind of like in super size with this console, but those three things should do a very good job of, again, keeping the console quiet and keeping the console very cool. We had heard leading into this that they were, they knew very well that the PS4 is just way too loud. It's an insanely loud console. It needs to be fixed. It also does have some, heating problems to it. And we had heard rumors that the PS5 was going to fix that. Definitely, honestly, seems like it will. So I'm very excited to give that a try. Now, again, we have the two sides, the two white sides, so you can take it off, and you can get pretty darn easily into basically like the backup memory, where you can put in the additional SSD card. Now, remember, Sony said you're only going to be able to do the ones that are like checked off by them, that are compatible with the PS5. It's going to cost hundreds of dollars, but that is the only way, basically, to be playing games on like quote-unquote like external hard drive. Again, this is dummy talk for me. I'm sure there's probably people watching this that are way smarter, but I do know there are people in my audience that are confused. So let me quickly say this, because I think this is important. Remember, for both of these systems, Series X, Series S, and PS5, you cannot play games from your external hard drive. Now, you can if they're PS4 games. If you're doing backwards compatible games, if there's just games on that hard drive, but they're PS4 games, you can do that. Okay, you can play them. You plug in the external hard drive. You can play it from the external hard drive. But if you're trying to like, not take up the entire thing, and you want more games on your PS5 and you want to be able to play them immediately, you'll need an SSD, and that's going to cost probably in the range of $200-ish. The Microsoft one, I think, for 1 terabyte is $220. This is all US money, obviously. So Sony's will probably be somewhere in that range, and that, again, is the only way of doing it. Now, you can put games, you can put PS5 games on your external hard drive, but you can't can't play it from there. So say I have like 15 games on my PS5 and I want to split them up. I can do like, say, 7 and 8, okay? But if I want to play a PS5 game that's on the external hard drive, I have to move it over to my PS5 in order to play it, okay? So this SSD, that obviously, makes it a lot better. That's something that everybody probably should get. I'm not saying you need to get it because I know money's tight and I know there's 1,000 things to buy. In fact, I'm not even getting one of these things day one. I hope to eventually get it, and I probably will, just not, when it's $200+ day one when I'm already spending, almost like $1,000 on all this stuff. So that's a very important thing as well. And then in my mind, the one of the best things in general. Now, I wouldn't consider myself like a clean freak, but I do like to keep things very, very clean in terms of actually like just organizing messes around the house, stuff like that. But like even with dust, like I dust weekly, I vacuum weekly. Like I really try to keep everything very, very nice. The PS5 obviously is a godsend to answer all of us that are into that kind of thing, because it's going to have 2 dust collectors, 2 little holes in it where it stores dust. Now that should keep things away from the fan, so that the fan is relatively, I guess protected, right, where it can run and it can be okay. You probably will have to eventually clean that as well, and then obviously you can just vacuum it out from those 2 holes. They did say, I think even in that video, that this does not guarantee that it's not going to overheat. It does not guarantee that it's not going to be dusty and the fan isn't going to have issues or anything like that. So, it's not a 100% fix, but it is very, very cool and something that I am very grateful for. Even like the PS4, you can see videos online of like people cleaning that thing. It's not the hardest thing to deconstruct your PS4 to get to where there's just so much dust that it's insane. I'll be honest with you, I've never opened up my PS4 to do that. I'm sure it's the dustiest thing of all time inside it. But with that being said, the PS5 should be a lot easier. And like I said, it's a lot easier even to basically deconstruct it. Final thing, and again, hopefully I'm not missing anything, but final thing is the stand. To be quite honest with you, I never even noticed that the PS5 was on a stand, okay? I have to be honest with you. And the second thing is you can take the stand off, so you can unscrew it. There's actually a hole where you can store the screw so you do not lose it, which is actually an incredible thing. And there's a cap to plug the open hole on the bottom of your PS5, which again is absolutely incredible. Then you turn the stand and you attach it to the PS5, and that's how you can lay it sideways. Now, I think this way I'm going to go is I'm going to stand it up. It's actually not going to fit anywhere in my living room on its side, I don't think. Maybe I should put it on its side. I'm actually looking at it now and saying, well, if it's this wide, maybe the side is actually the best way to go. Standing up, I kind of wanted to stand up so it looks like the biggest modem on planet Earth, but we'll have to see. But that's a very, very cool thing. Oh, and the final thing is the disc drive, how it's like the Ultra HD, whatever it is, Blu-ray, and how it's like double coated, and they talked about how that is so that it's not loud, so that it basically tries to keep things very, very quiet when it's reading the disc and spinning it, because it's like extra layered pretty much. It's not going to make as much noise as it does currently on the PS4. I love that, personally for me, so I have it. I'm getting the disc. I didn't want the disc version. I actually was, aiming to get the digital version, but the disc version's fine. I'm excited. I can take advantage of that, especially like when the Witcher remaster comes out, because I actually have the Witcher disc version. So I'm okay with the fact that I have the disc drive. I guess I didn't really think about that, where it's like, well, if you have digital, it'll probably be even more quiet. If you have disc, maybe it'll still be a little loud. We'll have to see, just in general, but I that is a very good sign that they know, well, one, we have to keep the fan quiet. We have to, so we have to work on that. And then secondly, we want to keep, when it's reading the disc, we want to keep that quiet as well. So we'll have to see it all plays out. Obviously, this is just one person doing in front of us, but he's like the head of, or I guess like the second in charge of basically like creating the console on that team. So he knows his stuff. They know their stuff. Very, very excited to get my hands on the PS5. The thing is an absolute monster. I can't wait to see that it's going to be like bigger than my dog or like bigger than my daughter or whatever. It's going to be that massive, but very, very fun. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Did you enjoy the video? Did it soothe you? It definitely soothed. I think that's a good word. It soothed me quite a bit. Let me know. Make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up, and I do a brand new video on this channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.